Even when you look at the top prospects coming out of the draft, there can be some extremely steep learning curves.
How much is coming at you right now? Can it be overwhelming?
It's a lot. I got to know the whole playbook because right now I'm playing catch-up.
On the other hand, some of them will hit the ground running and turn into legitimate stars. Let's take a look at the top prospects in the 2024 rookie class and pick out 5 surefire stars and 5 that seem destined to become busts. Star, Xavier Worthy, WR, Kansas City Chiefs. Who would have thought? The rich get richer with the Kansas City Chiefs landing Xavier Worthy at the end of the first round of last year's draft. The 28th overall pick out of the University of Texas, frankly, could be the next big star in Kansas City. This guy has all the makings of a game changer and could light up Arrowhead Stadium with his electrifying play. Even Travis Kelce sees it already, as he called him a dog and an unbelievable talent during some recent press that he did at the 2024 American Century Championship. And for those who don't know, we're talking about a guy who recently set the 40-yard dash record, besting John Ross's mark by .01 with a ridiculous 4.21. Obviously, there is more to playing wide receiver at the pro level than straight line speed. But hey, that is a great place to start. Not to mention the fact that he'll have Patrick frickin' Mahomes throwing him the ball. And a couple of great veteran pass catchers to shoulder the load around him in the aforementioned Kelce as well as Marquise Brown. Plus, any cause for concern about his ability to translate his speed to meaningful football skills should be put to bed by his tape and production at Texas. Bust, Drake May, QB, New England Patriots. Standing at 6'4" and 220 pounds, Drake May has the prototypical build for an NFL quarterback and a number of the physical tools that scouts drool over. However, the transition to the NFL isn't just about physical attributes. It's about mental toughness, decision-making, and the ability to read defenses quickly. And, well, based on May's college tape, there's some serious cause for concern that he is a quarterback who can be rattled easily and have, well, erratic performances. In the NFL, where the pressure is cranked up several more notches, this could easily be his downfall. Not to mention the fact that he's been drafted to a New England Patriots organization that is very much in flux. Things have not exactly looked good in Foxborough since Tom Brady left, and now that Bill Belichick is out of the picture, we could see things get way worse before they get any better. May is stepping into a really challenging situation, and the fear is that he'll be asked to do way too much way too soon. When, honestly, he should just be sitting and learning, working on things like his footwork and mechanics that have been flagged as major question marks by top scouts. Unfortunately, we may be looking at a big-time bust with May as the 3rd overall pick in the draft. Star, Jared Verse, DE, Los Angeles Rams. Verse is a very impressive guy. He made a name for himself against tall odds, I might add, at the University of Albany in New York, which, if you don't know, isn't exactly a football powerhouse. He got the chance to transfer from the FCS program to Florida State ahead of the 2022 season and quickly proved that he could hang with the big boys. In his final season in Tallahassee, he tallied 14.5 tackles for loss and 9 sacks, consistently wreaking havoc in the backfield. His blend of speed, power, and relentless motor made him a nightmare for opposing offenses. Standing at 6'4" and 255 pounds, Verse possesses the ideal build for an edge rusher, as he can overpower blockers and chase down quarterbacks with ease. So, keep an eye on Jared Verse. He might be a rookie, but he has got the talent, drive, and support to become a key player for the Los Angeles Rams for years to come. Bust, Michael Penix Jr., QB, Atlanta Falcons. During his college career, Michael Penix Jr. proved that he could sling the football. There is absolutely no doubt about that. But there is serious concern as to whether or not the left-handed quarterback will be able to take what he did at Indiana and, more recently, Washington, where he led the Huskies to a national title game appearance, to the NFL level successfully. Penix's mechanics and footwork have been criticized. His tendency to rely on his arm strength instead of proper technique can lead to inaccuracies, especially when facing pressure, which could pose a very serious issue at the NFL level, where defensive linemen are way faster and way more disruptive. Penix Jr. is also stepping into a very strange situation with Atlanta, having just inked free agent quarterback Kirk Cousins to a big deal. And if we've learned anything over the years, it's that the environment that a rookie, particularly a quarterback, is drafted into can really make or break their trajectory as a player. Who knows? Maybe Kirk Cousins will take an interest in the kid and really help him develop. But the prospects there are dubious at best. This could be a major bust situation, so watch out. Star Byron Murphy II, DT, Seattle Seahawks. Former Big 12 Defensive Lineman of the Year at Texas, Byron Murphy II looks poised to be one of the most impactful players coming out of this year's NFL Draft. The Seattle Seahawks took him 16th overall out of the University of Texas, and the defensive tackle has all the makings of a star. Murphy played in 14 games during his junior and final season with the Texas Longhorns, recording 8.5 tackles for loss and 5.0 sacks, both of which were career highs. What is most impressive about Murphy, and why the Seahawks believed him to be such a game changer, is that he was not only able to stuff the runs as an interior presence, but also displayed the ability to get after the quarterback. It also looks like Murphy will get a chance to start right away on the Seahawks defensive line, and with the guidance of former Baltimore Ravens defensive coordinator Mike Macdonald, who is widely respected as one of the best defensive minds out there, the groundwork has been laid for Murphy to ascend to stardom. Bust Chop Robinson, DE, Miami Dolphins. Chop Robinson is one of the most polarizing prospects coming out of this year's draft. Robinson's performance at the NFL Combine showed clear as day that he has elite speed and athleticism to hack it at the next level. So much so that people were going as far as to draw comparisons between him and perennial game wrecker Micah Parsons. To be fair, the numbers are pretty impressive. He was measured at 6'3", 254 pounds, and recorded the 5th fastest 40-yard dash time, 4.48 seconds, and 10-yard split, 1.54, since 2003 of any player that weighed 250 pounds or more, according to Next Gen Stats and ESPN. That said, Chop Robinson didn't come close to producing at the level that Parsons did during his collegiate career. In fact, he only recorded 9.5 sacks in 2 years after transferring to Penn State from Maryland. Meanwhile, Parsons ran roughshod as a Nittany Lion. Plus, I think there's a small part of us all that can acknowledge there's a chance that he has been overrated throughout the draft process because, well, he has such a sick defensive lineman name, right? I mean, come on. Oh well, in any case, Miami will need to have its collective fingers crossed on this one because there is a big risk that Robinson becomes a big bust. Star Ricky Pearsall, WR, San Francisco 49ers. While he was technically still a first-round pick, the 49ers getting Ricky Pearsall at 31 may go down as one of the biggest steals of this year's draft. San Francisco fans should be pumped about the young wide receiver's potential as he looks poised to shine under the guidance of head coach Kyle Shanahan. At 6'2" and 210 pounds, he possesses the ideal size and athleticism for an NFL wide receiver. And playing in Kyle Shanahan's offense should offer enormous benefits for both his output and his development. Pearsall also looks like a match made in heaven with the 49ers because, well, his unique ability to adjust on the fly and read defenses will be a huge asset in the NFL, especially under Shanahan's system. Keep an eye on Pearsall, TPSers. He looks primed and ready to make his mark on the NFL and become a key player for the San Francisco 49ers for years to come. Bust J.C. Latham, OT, Tennessee Titans. When you take an offensive tackle in the top 10 of the draft, needless to say, the expectations are going to be sky high. Not just because of how high he was taken, but also because offensive linemen are one of the easier positions to project from the college level to the NFL. But, when it goes wrong, man does it go wrong. Just ask the New York Giants about their experience with former 9th overall pick in the 2015 draft, Eric Flowers. In any case, Latham, who to his credit was a fairly consistent performer during his career at Alabama, does look like a potential bust risk. You see, his footwork and technique have been called into question, particularly against top-tier pass rushers. And there was a troubling trend that appeared during key games during which Latham was frequently beaten off the edge, allowing pressure on the quarterback and disrupting the offense's rhythm. There's also the concern that Latham's draft stock was inflated due to his imposing frame, athletic metrics, and, of course, the Alabama brand. Tennessee has put a lot of eggs in the J.C. Latham basket, hoping that he can protect Will Levis and get this offense back on track. But if I were a Titans fan, well, I would be very nervous. Star Brock Bowers, TE, Las Vegas Raiders. The hype around former University of Georgia star Brock Bowers is real and it is very warranted. While the Raiders took him 13th overall in this year's draft, football fans everywhere, not just in Sin City, should be thrilled about the potential of Brock Bowers. The tight end projects to be one of the most exciting players in the game, and he is poised to make a significant impact in the NFL right away. His combination of size, speed, and athleticism allows him to create mismatches against linebackers and defensive backs alike. Bowers' route running is crisp and precise. and his hands are as reliable as they come, making him a constant threat in the passing game. And hey, look at that, the guy can actually block too. He isn't just one of those modern pass-catching tight ends who doesn't want to get his hands dirty. Scouts believe that Bowers could thrive in damn near any offensive system. So as long as he can survive the chaos that seems to, well, reverberate throughout the Raiders organization, he is gonna be a star. There is no doubt about that. Bust, Bo Nix, QB Denver Broncos. Okay, Broncos country, sorry to say, but while there's always hope that things could pan out, I would advise you to be very cautious with your expectations for Bo Nix. Denver taking him with the 12th overall pick in the draft definitely raised some eyebrows, namely because of the inconsistencies that he showed at the college level due to mechanical flaws. There are also some questions about how he'll be able to handle the significant mental leap required for the NFL. Nix struggled reading defenses and making quick, accurate decisions in college. He frequently locked onto his first read, which won't fly against NFL defenses that disguise coverages and adjust on the fly. So his slow processing speed could lead to some bad sacks, interceptions, and overall just inefficient play, which unfortunately could be exasperated by Denver's system, which definitely relies on precision passing and super dialed-in timing. But hey, which rookies do you think have the best chance to become stars? Who do you think will become a bust? What did we get right? What did we get wrong? Let us know in the comment section below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps out a ton. And hey, we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, well, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.